Okay, so my name is Andrea Dixon. I will be the interviewer for today. I'm interviewing Jacquez Johnson, and I'm very excited.
Nice to meet you, Andrea. Hmm, It's nice to be with you today.
Okay, good, good, good. So let's go ahead and get in here. So I'm going to ask you a question that is pretty common, but I kind of twist it a little bit. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what's something that you have to mention when describing yourself.
Well, mostly my name is Jacquez Johnson, and for starters, I was born in Memphis, Tennessee. Well, I wasn't really born in Memphis, Tennessee. I was born in Orlando, Florida. Then I was raised in Memphis, Tennessee. And then around 2018, I moved to Johnson City, Tennessee to pursue my degree in human service and entrepreneurship at East Tennessee State University. I graduated from Douglas High School in the year of 2018 in the top seven of my class. I'm an Eagle Scout and I'm the alumni of MMI.
Okay.
And one thing that describes myself is that I'm creative and free spirited, and mostly of a leader and I'm determined. As that means that any challenges that go my way, I just keep on going until I reach my goal. That's
Right.
mostly me in a nutshell.
Okay. Well, that was a very good description. Um, very good attributes that you named. My second question, I know COVID has slowed a lot of things down and,
Oh,
say everything crazy.
yeah.
Everything crazy.
Trust me, I know, I know.
Yes, yes. So my question was just gonna be, in a general sense, how has COVID affected you and maybe, your practice time, how you practice?
Now that is really a common question. COVID, I think most of what everyone affect is that how COVID affect me is really education wise. It like doing when school starts for college students, I was diagnosed with COVID-19. I was tested positive, and then I had to spend time at home during the 14-day period. And how that affected me is that I ended up going to school a little bit late and starting to rush all my assignments. So mostly I'm at a busy schedule for say, and and mostly around campus they have strict rules of wearing masks. And mostly I have to be careful where I go because most of my jobs I mostly had to dealing with the public because sometimes I might run into some people that test positive. And I just had one today that tests positive, and I just told her like to stay outside. But I was like staying outside so we don't trying to get like the whole area affected.
Right. Okay, well, some of those aspects you described of yourself, you were saying you're determined, you persevere. So I know those character traits came in handy when COVID hit because you got to keep on going, and I know that you did. My third question, what in a broad sense inspired your work? I looked at it; it was amazing, and I saw the descriptions, like the COVID vaccine. I thought that was really creative. So what specifically inspired your work?
What really inspired my work is from an anime called Doctor Stone. It's on Crunchyroll, and I hope it's on Funimation now on streaming platform. Basically, for the whole bio of the whole anime, it basically where it's set in Japan and this huge wave that create a prehistoric timeline with everyone like on the planet Earth had turned into stone. So they still around that particular time, like around 2019, 2018, the same timeline we in now. It's just everything go back into the Stone Age. Like it's more of a do-over button. Like go back to step one, where everyone had to fight for survival. So that got me the idea where I do a fan art of the main character, Senku, that basically you can find this online on a poster, type in Dr. Stone, and you can find most of the poster art. So what I did is do that particular art, then make it to like a visual where COVID-19 basically take us back to the to the Stone Ages. By Stone Ages, most I describe what like events happens. Like for one easy answer, when most Americans like eat fast food now in the daily, since COVID-19 happened during March, not everyone cannot go to any restaurants and just eat. Mostly they had to cook their food.
Right.
And,
Okay.
and mostly to COVID-19, it basically like where people were trapped in their home for a certain period of time. People went crazy over it. So I got that idea where all the saw pieces coming out of Senku is like around like COVID-19 playing, and he sold the ball of the vaccine. And basically, it's to say we finna get out of this COVID-19 age, the COVID-19 Stone Age.
Right. I sure am praying for it. I sure hope so. I sure hope so. Okay. My next question, um, what caused you to make a proposal for your artwork? So what makes you consider sharing your work?
um, ooh, that's tough. Well,
And if
for
you need me to
starters,
clarify, I can.
hmm. Well, for starters, honestly, I just like saw the scholarship opportunity, and I really wanted to jump into it. But now, since I'm mostly become more of a beginner artist, I think I'm more of a novice artist. I'm not like advanced. It's just like I'm kind of getting to it. Like I'm only good like at drawing on paper instead of doing digital art. I'm not like at that level yet, but I want my art to get out to see that at least I need to get some connections out to people that might be interested of what I do and my skills. Because, like I said, I don't want to become like around like a comic book artist or like an animator or something that had to do with art because that's one skill that I did not know that I was good at and something that I like because I really want to show my creativity to everyone to show my hard work and dedication. And then like doing this proposal is the first step of doing it.
Right. And I most definitely, you fooled me because I was like, this person must have been doing this for a little while because it was very nice. It was very creative as well. I really enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
No problem. No problem. Another question I have regarding your artwork. Have you added anything to this work or made something similar to this work?
Can you clarify that for me, please?
Yeah, so as far as I know, it's a Dr. Stein, like it's a picture and he's handing it's kind of like he's handing the person like a vaccine, like he's handing me a vaccine. And so I wanted to ask you if you had made anything like that since you did that, so maybe another picture of somebody else with the vaccine or maybe even from a different anime.
Actually, I have not done nothing like that. That is actually my first time doing it. And like I said, I just got the idea from the poster from
Mhm.
an anime, like
Mhm.
Dr. Stone. So this is my first time doing something like that, doing full body. And let me tell you, it was not that easy. Like it was easy drawing like the face and all the textures like the person, but like all the features, like the stone particles, like the vaccine, it was hard. Like trying to get the staining, all that. Like I put some extra time into my work, but I did make some fan art. I did make some fan art, like in anime style format, but not
Okay.
like the one you just see, but some different ones that I did that is around that anime type level.
Okay. That's cool. That's really cool. Okay. So now a general question. What are some of your long term goals? I know you mentioned that you're really into arts. You found out that you was really good at it, you enjoy doing it, so you're excited about that. Do you see yourself maybe going to a specific, maybe grad school, or maybe being somewhere specific, having a specific job and working with art?
Now that's a great question that I did try to ask myself. Is that when I started to learn how to do art, I want to know that can I to go to grad school and do animation? But it feel like it mostly like I don't have the funds of doing it. So mostly for my plan is I mostly am a believer of self taught. Like self taught mostly of the basics. Like I went on like online platform called Skillshare, basically where they teach you how to do like the little beginner stuff at no extra cost. So I decided to learn that, and I started to become good. Another example is just keep practicing, and until you get the hang of it. Like I got some books how to draw like in different ways. Oh, sorry about that.
Um,
Know how to draw like different textures, how to set lighting, this and that. Even to far that I learned how to do like digital art. I'm almost close to digital art. Just need to get some supplies for that. And
okay.
then for my goals, I did have a goal that I want to do, and I did create a dialogue of that. And I just don't want to say like in too detail, but I'm creating like a comic book series or red comic book series about this one kid that got special powers that can change the world for the better. Like the whole world can change around him. And it will take like in the aspect of someone of the whole premise of the sword means that most of people that they are different in each other way and they are injustice for that. So it'll bring up around that anime type feel.
Okay.
And yeah. And I can imagine myself doing that. So that would be my one goal. Showing my art and my inspiration to, well, call my hometown Memphis. I want to show that for us to see if it's going to make a success. And I just hoping that it will come to that day. And also another goal that I want to do, which is not included to art, included to my mind and entrepreneurship, is to start a business that people with autism, like so I know I'm the one like have autism, high functional autism. So I think to myself, I want to open a business where people with autism can communicate with each other, have the option to make friends along the way. Because during when I was a little kid, I never had that opportunity as a kid.
Hmm.
Meet different people, talk to them. So I want to start a business that can interpretate like that into reality.
Wow. Okay. Well, when you create that business, let me know because I actually have two autistic brothers and they have the same, issues where in school it's kind of like you meet somebody, but it's not really connection. You need to be in, a group with similar people and, having fun. So I most definitely understand where you're coming from.
You
My
know,
last
understand that.
question, I didn't mean to interrupt you. My last question is, how has your time with MMI influenced your creativity? So, of course, you have answered this in so many words. You have said that it's caused you to want to expose your art a little bit more, get into it. So let me just ask you again: how has your time with MMI influenced this creativity?
My time with MMI is really the like my whole time is really something that I'll cherish throughout my teenage years. Like I just heard about MMI, one of my mentors, like that worked for MMI, like the MMI mentorship program, like the followers that I don't remember like the acronym, but she just told me about this opportunity, and I'm thinking, hmm, that might be something I might be interested in. And then I went to apply over there, and I was kind of nervous to go up and see Brittany and everyone else. Oh, I'm terribly sorry about that.
That's fine.
Meet everyone over there, and then after that, I just actually got the job. And mostly when I look at jobs, I thought it would be professional, typical internship stuff. But I know it's really something that mostly about bringing like the community together, do music, do art, like entertainment to like the Memphis area. Well, mostly the whole MMI aspect is more like trying to learn like the history of music, like the history of Memphis, like black culture, like like we usually go to different areas and like hang out, do activities, and it had been so fun. Even if like rubbing off on it, like in the beginning, I was like a music major. I want like before I went to college, my first major would be a music major. Like my instrument is like the violin, and I will play good on the violin during that time. But like at all things, when I got to college, it's a like mostly violin. It was hard. Like it was good, but it's something like when I think deeper, I'm like, I'm not sure this will be my cup of tea, like, through the long term. So that's when I try art and thinking I can get somewhere with art and try and do something creative with it. It most like is something that fits me better because when I'm around MMI, I can see some people that have that same talent where they create sketches and type of like art piece that they can share. So I think it's like MMI really had changed like my life. And even when I saw Brittany my artwork, she just knows that I just kept up with it and I have a creative mind. And she said like, and I swear she's like say this like she said I wish I could have done something that it can make like your new gift something more. And I just like lost for words. Like I told her like you don't have to be sorry about anything. Like you just done your best when I was like a part in my mind. So like Brittany is amazing, and I just really like express like respect her opinion. And like I started working on the pilot. Like I said, I'm starting like episode one of the whole pilot, and for the whole script, I just have it proofread it by like one of my family members to see like what's some errors so I can redo it and like revise it and trying to make it
Okay.
better. And then trying to at least show it to like a small cast, like MMI for one example, to see what they think about it. Because
Right.
it really sells some connections, like it really sells some connections between like in the Memphis area and kind of like have a little bit like of a Easter egg that I just wanted to say, but like I said, I cannot say too much. I just want to
Right.
be a surprise until like I can come back home.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate that answer. I know I've had a lot of similar experiences with MMI so far. It's a great experience overall. Like just having any talent, like it just cultivates that talent. You know, being with MMI and being around peers that are doing stuff like you and talking to adults that are also in the same field. It just furthers your craft. So I really enjoy being with MMI too. That
Mhm.
concludes my interview, and I really enjoyed talking to you and getting to know you and also, analyzing your artwork because, like I said, it was amazing. So, thank you again.
No problem. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me on there.